Okay, with the removal of Liddell from the market, and we're talking about 1,200 megawatts of electricity from the grid, what is the advice that you have that will on price? What would we see in our bills with Liddell gone?
Yeah, well, we know already that prices are rising, and Liddell isn't the only reason for that. This is the whole point of the coal caps and the work that's been undertaken by both federal and state governments in the last 6 months. We're going to have to work through those issues, which are continuing and are putting some downward pressure on prices, but prices are going to rise, and that's why we're moving into the energy rebate space and trying to get some help to households and businesses as soon as we can.
So how much more are prices expected to rise with the closure of Liddell? Do you have advice on that?
Look, Laura, I don't have the direct in terms of as a result of Liddell, this will cost this. What we do know, though, is that prices are rising and that they're going to continue for a little while, and we need to do everything we can to try and bring them down, and that's why the rebates are so important.
Yeah, right. So will it be significant, do you think? Because prices are rising anyway. It's not just Liddell, as you point out, but with the closure, it's quite blunt. So is it a significant increase? Can you give it to us in percentage terms?
In terms of the increases that have been coming, Liddell has been factored into that. So, yes, they're going to rise, and they're too high. We know how difficult it is for people trying to deal with these increasing bills, but we're doing everything we can to secure cheaper energy into the future and to get those rebates in place. We're working with the Commonwealth about that, and we'll be doing that as soon as we can.
I get where you're going with renewables, and everyone would like to get there, but it's not the reality right now. Gas, I think, is still seen as one of the best transition fuels we have. How do you feel about, and are you moving towards pushing the federal government towards some kind of gas reservation policy on the East Coast like we see in the West?
Look, we're looking. There's a number of programs. I mean, there's the Curry gas peaking plant that is coming online. There's going to be a mix of different fuels for a while longer. The cheapest is renewables, but we still have gas in the mix, and we need to make sure. The number one job that I've got is keeping the lights on and keeping businesses open, and so we will continue to look at how that can work.
How do you give gas companies a bit more certainty about their, investment in projects and things like that? Because they haven't had that certainty in recent months in particular. Are you, open to that? And how would you give them that certainty?
Well, there is already there's 2 projects that have been approved. There's the one at Port Kembla and there's the one at Narrabri. Obviously, there are investment decisions to be made by those companies in relation to that. But the incoming government has no intention of overturning those approvals, and we'll work through with those as they come up.
Okay, Penny Sharpe, good to talk to you. Happy Easter.
Thanks for having me, Laura.